Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the new AK Wargames Terrain and Diorama series. Basically, AK Interactive came out with a bunch of different sand textures and washes, enamel pigment washes that are themed more towards sci-fi. So that's cool. They've always made really good product. But we're going to take a look at a couple today. Emerald Sphere really caught my eye, and so did Sorcery Ground, a blue-green and a purple sand texture. I want to see how it looks. Some of their texture products in the past have had some issues of actually being dry in the container, like unusable. So hopefully they fixed that, but we're about to find out. So we're going to start with this Sorcery Ground. Ooh. So I'm just using an old brush. I'm going to put this on some bases here. Now you'll probably, if you want to do something with this, you'll want to primer these like a color that's probably similar or a contrasting color just in case anything shows through. But I wanted to see what they did just straight over the plastic. And that is really, really nice to apply. I'm going to say this is better than any of their sand textures that I've worked with in the past have ever been. AK's always made decent product, but I never was the biggest fan of their basing, just because of issues like I previously stated, but holy crap, that is nice. Well, it just went on beautifully. For lack of a better word, the material is pretty creamy. It's pretty easy to spread and work with an old paintbrush. Don't use your good paintbrushes with this. That's stellar right there. That is absolutely stellar. And we'll get a shot of that once it dries. So we're going to try, now that we've done the purple, we're going to try this Emerald Sphere. Looks to be the same consistency as the purple. Oh man, that is phenomenal. I'm going to have to start a new army just to use this shit. I've been basing my dudes in the desert for so long. Coverage is really good. There's enough pigment in there that it covers up that plain black of the base. Anyway, I'm going to let these dry for a few and we'll come back and see what they look like when they're dry. So the next thing we got were these enamel liquid pigments. There's probably about 20 different colors. Some are standard like rust and dirt and grime, but they had some interesting ones on there. I thought this psychic blue, we could try that out, and this fire breath. This is super bright red. So I thought maybe, I'm not sure the application exactly. I have an idea, but I'm gonna try it out. And if it doesn't work, then I'm stupid and joke's on me. Most of the time, liquid enamel pigments are obviously they're in enamel, so it's in a mineral spirit suspension, and they're used for weathering, adding effects. I use a lot of rust streaking, grime streaking, that sort of thing. So I'm going to try to use this blue as like a power sword effect on my Imperial Fist Terminator Captain here. Synthetic brush, as always. Don't use your nice brushes for doing washes, and especially with enamels. And then we'll, once it dries, we'll see if we can play with it a little like we can with other enamels by reactivating it and moving it around a little bit. For thinner, fruit-scented mineral spirits. We'll see how that is. We're about to find out. Yeah, it smells like some sort of mixed berry. Doesn't smell good, though. It's very floral. Grandma's potpourri. So there's that. And then we're going to try this red out. I'm going to try it on this Deathwatch guy's sword. See what that looks like. Oh, yeah. That is definitely got some pigment to it. It'd be good for a bright red blood effect, too. I'm going to wait for those to dry. Come back to these. They're dry. Very nice. Good coverage on those. And what's cool about these is, like, since it's Alien Worlds and several companies are making Alien World colored tufts now, these will be some neat little contrasts you can do. I've already been using these, so we're going to use those. And that's a nice contrast there with the purple. I don't think they'd look so good on the aqua, but you could get some red or some bright blue. Like the bright blue would look good. And obviously you can dry brush this texture to bring the color up and give it some contrast. I would do that on my bases. I was a little skeptical of these things due to my experience with some of the AK terrain stuff in the past. But these are these are phenomenal. I think I'm gonna have to get the whole line. So I'm gonna be seeing how this reactivates using a little bit of thinner on a Q-tip. Yeah, that's nice. That's gonna give a nice little kind of faint hint of blue on that blade. You can just leave it to the edge. Get you a nice little power sword effect on there. Let's see what the red does. So this is using their thinner, which doesn't seem to be quite as strong as regular mineral spirits. This probably has to do with it being fruit scented and they're trying to be a little more user friendly. But that does reactivate pretty nice, which is cool because if you were trying to use inks or something to do this, you would have to be real super careful to get it down in those grooves like that, whereas using the enamels you can just cheat and wipe it off. Well, that's a cool effect. It's got the bright red down in the grooves and the more dulcet red, duller red on the raised part of the blade. If you want to check out the whole line of the AK Wargames Terrain and Diorama series, we have it all on our website, hardknocksgames.com. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.